Do I have a favorite draw skill in the game? Offering. I would say offering. For an easy favorite. So many cards, so much energy. Aren't I from the USA? I am originally from Alberta in Canada. Live in the eastern US these days. But I'm Canadian. Sparkly Fruit, thanks for the 100 bits. Interesting act layout. We've got Slimbo Jimbo once again. Niao's Lament is being offered as a starting bonus, but I cannot get a free elite with it. Heard it described as the Texas of Canada. Yes, I think that's a very accurate description. Sneaky Emily, thanks for the Prime sub in the 8 months. Bifurcated map. Yeah, actually, look at that. There's 2 separate halves here that do not meet at all. No way to cross from one half to the other once we start on one of them. How fascinating. Wouldn't say I'm an Oilers fan necessarily, but my father certainly is. So it runs in the family. I think he's enough of an Oilers fan for about 10 people, so I'm covered. Rip Nader, thanks for the 200 bits. Let's get the train going. Choo-choo. I have been meaning to experiment more with random rare card. Boss swap, I don't love, because if we start over here at all, we're forced into an early elite. That sounds really ambitious. That's tough. So are we starting over here, maybe? I could even snipe this elite. It's not a bad path. Green, far left here. Not great, but not bad. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine path. Or ambition. Feels like the only way to take the red path would be to get a good random rare card. A Glass Knife or a Die or an Alchemize or something. That would let me go on this side. But otherwise, starting on the left side seems required here. I don't see how you could get through this safely. Reliably enough, with only 4 encounters guaranteed to prepare. Yeah, when I said an elite snipe wasn't possible, I guess I was looking over here. Technically, there is an option that I hadn't spotted, going up the very far left. You could get this elite for free, but do you need it for free? I don't think so. I've been meaning to play more with random rare on silent, because I do think this is a pretty good bonus, so let's try it today. How do I feel about remove 2 cards? Don't think silent likes it that much as a starting bonus, I'm going to be honest. I think it's also really tough to take against Slime Boss. The more cards you remove, the more those slimes are going to hurt you. So let's take a random rare card. We get a Die. Is that good enough to go red here? I'm hoping that it is. I especially like that there's a shop late here. So let's try starting over on this side then. That also means a hard pool encounter is not threatening, right? If we fight 5 slimes, who cares? They're all going to die instantly. Let's start over here on the hard side with our good rare card. That's definitely what we wanted to start with. And a pretty good first encounter here. Although a pretty bad set of draws. Oh, right. I need to restart the script because I rebooted the bot. All right. Okay, 2 strikes kills, so let's just double defense here. Infidel Zombie, thanks for the 40 months, 4 metric years. These are a lot of years. Perfect fight, get a strength potion. I think we're in good shape to actually take on the Burning Elite already here. And then you're saying we get a backstab also. Although Backflip is a nice card, Backstab on floor of 1 has to be one of the best options here, allowing us to fill our deck with immediate front load damage. It's a good way to get through the elites of Act 1, the hallway fights of Act 1, the hallway fights of Act 2, the elite fights of Act 2, and Slime Boss. So pretty much all we're going to want is high damage attacks until we get to the Act 2 boss. Is there ever too much front-loaded damage? Yes, there is. But only once we reach Act 2 boss and onward. At that point, if we have too much front load, we're going to lose to the long boss fights like Giant Head, Bronze Automaton, Time Eater. These are the fights where too much front load will come back to bite us. But we have a lot of time to prepare for those. So let's just keep taking front load for now. We've got lots of time to set up. Whatever I'm me, thanks for the gifted sub. Thank you, thank you. Let's take the Golden Idol here. Definitely don't mind taking more gold for 6 max health on Silent. I think that's pretty dang good in general. Get stabbed. And then you die, or 2 strikes, doesn't matter. Easy fight. Earliest possible Golden Idol, by the way, which is always nice to see. So that'll give us a bit of extra money each floor. How do we feel about a Predator? 15 damage and 2 additional draw. There's also Dagger Throw for 9 damage, draw 1, discard 1. Predator is a more dense card. Yeah, good against Slime Boss, actually, is a good point about Predator. Although so is Dagger Throw. Could easily see both of these being good. And in isolation, I wouldn't hesitate to pick whichever one we were being offered, but up against each other, I'm not quite sure how to compare them. Predator definitely has the better utility in the Lagavulin fight and the Sentries fight. Coming up. It's a pretty good upgrade, although I think we might want to upgrade the Die first. Have I played Roguebook? Yes, I have, Veritas. We streamed over 100 hours of Roguebook on this channel. I think you can find some of the VODs of that through the Games command. Yeah, if you search Roguebook on that page that's linked there on the website, you should be able to find some of my Roguebook runs. Definitely liked the 2-character system that used, similar to Monster Train. If you design just a few characters, but then kind of hybridize how a run works, you create a lot of different combinations for characters, and so the game is more replayable. Olivia 5K, thanks for 28 months of support. This card does feel like a nice thing to get online for Silent. That's true. And it's a nice support engine for the mid to late game. I'm going to take it. The Dagger Throw, that is. See if that ends up paying off in any way. Have a tough call. Very easy fights. Could have had both. I guess I'll have 2 Dagger Throws. Then we do have a semi-reliable way to discard stuff, which can be quite useful. Don't think I'm picking up a grand finale being randomly offered here. Let's take another Dagger Throw. And then we don't need too much more front-loaded damage at this time. Defend and 1 strike. Then we can do Survivor, Defend, Die. Leave this fellow at 13 health. Might take 3 next turn. We don't. We don't take anything. Alright, this fight is over. Bite, only 1 damage. So note when we get money, by the way, you see a number of gold and then a number in parentheses. The number in parentheses is the number of additional gold being dropped by Golden Idol. And the actual money we get is the total. 17 plus 4. We're going to get 21. So we're going to 174 here. Do I want a flying knee? Not sure that I do. What about an acrobatics? That would really round out discard. Kind of like it. Not often a card I find myself wanting to pick up in Act 1, but almost invariably a card I want later on Silent. Paulini, thanks for the Prime sub and the 5 months. Let's take an acrobatics here. I think we have enough front load right now that we can afford to add a draw card. It helps with the falling draw block density that the deck has, and helps us find the die if we run into an AoE fight. I like it. All right, we're going to upgrade, I guess, die? Going into this elite for plus 4 damage to all enemies. And then I expect to use 1, maybe even both potions to beat this Burning Elite. Although, actually, preferably only 1, if possible. We'll see what the exact elite is. Rutaki says, what is the best way to have Grand Finale work consistently? You need, in my opinion, 2 things. 1, you need a way to retain Grand Finale. So you need Well-Aid Plans or Runic Pyramid. Trying to do it without either of those is going to be very hard. And then thing number 2 you need is variable draw. You need ways that... You need a way to draw different possible numbers of cards from the draw pile. So, for example, if your deck is only backflips for a card draw, you can only draw 2 each time you draw. If there's only 1 card left in the draw pile, you can't get it out of there for Grand Finale. What you need are cards that draw different amounts of cards. So you need to draw 1s, draw 2, draw 3, draw 4. So you can have an unupgraded acro and an upgraded acro that can help. You can also use Expertise as variable card draw, or Calculated Gamble sometimes as variable card draw. But basically, you need Retain, and you need different ways to draw cards. And once you have both of those, you can start to try to make the Grand Finale work. Note that I say try, because you have to be very careful with Grand Finale. Consider the game state at all times. The goal is to get to exactly 0 cards in the draw pile, but you have to consider all of your relics and all of the enemy effects and all of that stuff. So be wary of enemies that put cards into your draw pile, or enemies that affect the number of cards that you draw, like Time Eater or Ink Bottle, or any other relic that draws you cards, because these can all mess with your intent to land the Grand Finale. Also beware Tools of the Trade. You might draw 6 cards per turn, not 5. Does Pyramid make Grand Finale better or worse? I say way better. Mainly because you can use the maximum of 10 cards in hand as an asset to get to exactly 0 cards in the draw pile. If you have 3 cards in the draw pile and one of them is Grand Finale, then you just end your turn with 7 cards in hand, and you have an automatic finale set up for the beginning of the next turn. So Pyramid makes it way better because you're able to just let your hand fill to get the exact card count you need. Carband Sauce, thanks for the Prime sub. How's it going, Sethro Gaming? Is it cool if you use clips from the channel to make a Spire parody music video? Please do. That sounds hilarious. Feel free to share it on the Discord once you do. That sounds great. The Orochi Man, thanks for 9 months of support. Almost to the double digits club. All right, let's upgrade that die. I could be convinced that this is not our best upgrade, but think it'll do just well, especially if we end up against sentries. We don't. It's max health Gremlin Knob, who is spooky. Definitely open to using both potions in this situation. No hesitation. I'm wondering if we distilled Chaos now, because if we hit Dagger Throw or Acro, I can potentially draw another attack and then play it. I think we use both potions right now. There's only 1, 2, 3 duds in the draw pile out of 11 cards. Everything else is a benefit in some way. Have I ever been burned out on Spire? I'd say a couple of times I've come close. In general, I try to interact with this game in a way that does not involve burning out. And to that end, I don't do things like play Spire 7 days a week, or play Spire 12 hours a day and live stream it 12 hours a day, because those are things I could not sustain without burnout. So I have a pretty good mix of Spire and other games that I stream, and I don't hold myself to streaming lots and lots of hours every week, in part so that I can continue to enjoy this game. Because if I play a lot of it, I think it would be not so possible to enjoy. Let's glug. Glug in time. There's nothing that would discard any... No, okay. Okay, we got 2 strikes. That's pretty good. We discarded the Ascender's Bane, which is fine. And we didn't draw Neutralize, which is also good. I'd say that's fine. We got Gremlin Knob down to half health on the first turn. Can't expect a whole lot better than that. And we get to spend all 3 energy this turn attacking, bringing Gremlin Knob down to a mere 22. This might be smooth as butter here. It sure is. No problem. Although, note, we had only barely enough damage to prevent the 24. But that's how you take on a Burning Elite nice and easy peasy. Note, it does take potions. Without potions, this fight never goes well. We are, at best, limping out of here with maybe 4 health. Now we have a boat thingy. We have an Emerald Key. And I'm happy to take a backflip because we have lots of damage already. Getting more draw and another block card sounds really good. This is a lot of early draw being given to us that I really appreciate. Sets us up well to take additional energy of any kind. The Thromborax, thanks for the 5 months. Once got into a fight with the number 5. His friends 1, 3, 7, and 9 ganged up on you. The odds were against you. It's tough. I hope you're able to get even with 5 someday. Die. What gives? There. Okay, thank you. All right. Good work. They were here. When we needed them most, they were here in our time of need. Speaking of need, do we take a Flying Knee? I just said we wanted energy. Flying Knee is kind of like energy. But it's also kind of like a common card, and I'm not sure I need any more of those. Don't feel like we want to take a Sucker Punch or a Skewer. This is not a Skewer deck. Eternal Jester also joining the list of channel cuties. Holy heck. You got it. All hail to Shad, a new channel cutie. Thank you, Eternal Jester, for spending so long in the channel as to accumulate the required 0.5 mil of channel points. You, along with the other cuties, are now immortalized forever in the list below the stream. Is it worrying against the boss that our best damage cards exhaust? A little bit, yes, actually. A little bit. One could argue that's a reasonable reason to take a Flying Knee, which I think I would prefer over a Slice. Or the Skewer, actually. I'm thinking more about Skewer. Reusable damage card. Works well with if we can get more energy in any way, shape, or form. And this deck would already love something like a outmaneuver, actually. Although Flying Knee is something like an outmaneuver. You know what? I'll take a Flying Knee. Let's add another damage common here. We've got 2 more elites and a slime boss to get through. Let's see what the relic is. Oh. Well, that's a nice one. Paper Crane says enemies with weak deal less damage. Now I would take a Sucker Punch pretty happily here. Quite happily. Hey, die. It's good to see you. I can kill one if I can do 23 damage. We've got 26, actually. Let's kill the front one with Flying Knee. Really good turn. Let's see. Just kill you? Yeah, because we guarantee block next turn. Let's kill this one now. Seems like a buttery smooth fight. Would I bottle that die? Yes, I think I would. That would be very helpful for Act 2. Uh-oh. Well, actually. Probably we just kill. Yeah. They're dead. Very smooth fight. That was perfect, I think. We get a kunai. Hello? What are these relics? We just take a Piercing Wail, too? I think we do. Piercing Wail is a very good Act 2 block card. Another excellent part of a good block plan. I think this is already a better block than our previous Silent Run had at the end of the game, by the way. That poor run. What kind of event would be awesome? We could take a... Give me another Sentries fight with the Dead Adventurer. Okay, a donut. Donut's good. Or we could actually take another relic here. We're in a unique position to remove that curse. With a shop next floor. So, trade or remove for a random relic is a better than usual option. I dig it, actually. I think I'm going to take that. Yeah, let's get ahead on relics here. I very rarely choose the box in this event. But today feels like a good day. What's in the box? There's a preserved insect in the box. That feels pretty good. That's another very useful relic. There's footwork in the shop. There's a bag of marbles in the shop. Holy heck. I think it's bag of marbles over footwork. This is yeah. Why does my silent never go like this? 20 runs like this, we get a 20 streak easy, surely. None of these cards are good enough to dupe. Actually, die with a second copy would not be a bad choice, but I think we just prefer the Bag of Marbles, because then if we draw the die on turn 1, it's almost twice as good. You don't need a footwork necessarily, especially with Kunai in the deck. Let's just take Bag of Marbles here for vulnerable on turn 1. Really like stacking turn 1 modifiers with the Silent. I think she can really take good advantage of them. We fought Giant Gremlin Knob before. How about Tiny Gremlin Knob? This knob is so much smaller than the last one. Must be cold in the Spire today. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. It's the gremlin nib. He's so puny. No, it's... Oh, he was the gremlin nib. He dropped a pen nib. If it's official, that was a nib. I have Bag of Marbles and Kunai, so I'm going to take another backstab. We summoned the nib. How many relics is this? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 relic Act 1? What the heck? I run into the most dangerous hard pool fight in Act 1, and I'm going to destroy it. Whatever. These nerds, no problem. We're just dead on turn 1. Easy. Easy peasy. I set up Pen Nib casually for Slime Boss. Snore. Cloak and Dagger. Yes, with Kunai, this card is actually very important for our late game. I'm probably going to upgrade it now. Yeah, it's a really good upgrade target. Let's do that. We could upgrade the Neutralize also. That's not a bad idea. Jack Stealer Waiting Room? I would love that. Can you imagine if Die did 30 damage on turn 1? 60 with Pen Nib? Backstab upgrade when we have a Pen Nib is actually kind of hype too. Because we know we can double the damage guaranteed on turn 1. That's actually decent, but I don't think I would like that more than the Cloak and Dagger upgrade or the Neutralize upgrade. Do like the Neutralize upgrade a lot with Paper Crane. Let's do that one first, actually. But yeah, definitely competing uncommon relics for sure. Yeah. Be careful here. I don't want to split it on turn 1, or do I? No, I don't think so. Or do I? 92 minus 16. 82 minus 6 goes to 76. Is that right? That's perfect. Good talk. All right, then. And I have 4 energy next turn? All right. I will stay my hand for now. Just thinking about the Forge Potion here. We would do +3, +3, +4. So that's 10 more health off the slimes. We're playing 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks. We go to Pen Nib on 7. If we use the upgrade pot, we go to 8. We're much more likely to Pen Nib Die and just win this fight. Let's just do that. Nope. It's not happening. But I do get to play the Die right now for even more split damage. Part is nice. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, that's not bad. I can do 18 and split one of them if I want to. I don't think that I want to. Do it like that. Isla, thanks for the Prime sub and the 18 months. You keep watching, I'll keep streaming is the deal. Yeah, I'm really happy I used that Forge Potion, that's for sure. 23 minus 6 is 17, which would split, right? Good. Good. Yeah, put one of these fools in the dirt. Get me out of here. We need you to die. Looks like we're through. More difficult than we might have thought, but that is just how Slime Boss is sometimes. Gotta respect the Slime Boss. He's a jerk. Okay, we're through. It wasn't that bad. We get some money. We still have one of our potions. Good to use against, something like Chosen. After Image is here. You do like After Image with Shiv cards. Phantasmal Killer and Glass Knife are also pretty spicy. Phantasmal especially. I think that After Image is great, though. To beat our Act 2 boss, we don't actually need damage scaling because we have the kunai. We can outblock the Act 2 boss. Yeah, I like it. Is Phantasmal Pennib quad damage? It is quad damage. They do multiply on each other. Yeah, quadruple. So it's very powerful. Taken in the AI, but love the options there. Is Champ solved right now? Yes. Double yes. Champ execute attacks us for like 40, and we block for over 100, is how it looks. It's going to take 40 turns, but we kill him. Wow. Oh, but that's a pretty spicy Hovering Kite, right? We set ourselves up really nicely for Hovering Kite. That said, it might just be Coffee Dripper because we have spectacular block engine, right? We have Anchor, Kunai, Paper Crane, tiny elites that all just everybody dies on turn 1. How is this not just the freest Coffee Dripper ever? Fluffy Mittens with a 50 months of support. What's my worst cooking disaster? Oh, man. I definitely once made an entire crock pot full of chili that ended up being too spicy to eat. That was a sad day. Not spicy enough. Yeah, for the true masochists, some take it as a challenge, but everyone has their own limit, and this pot was above my limit. Ravenok, thanks for the 20 months and the Prime sub. And Revbad with the Prime sub and the 2 months. I'm vaguely remembering back from my college days an attempt to make some kind of crockpot pea soup that resulted in essentially just an ochre-colored sludge. It was like an actual monster from the Monster Manual, put in a crockpot. It didn't taste as bad as it looked, but I didn't end up wanting to eat the whole thing, that's for damn sure. Let's go Coffee Dripper here. I think this run is very strong, and I think just giving us some free energy is going to help a ton. A ton. How many elites can we fight? That's my first question. We've already gotten the Burning Elite out of the way, which is sad, because I'd love to kill it right now. Again, just for fun. Looks like we can do 3 reasonably. I will say, if we want this run to go well, we are going to want to get a card removed or 2. card removes are a bit more expensive than normal. Carl Sagan says, I dropped a blueberry pie and the entire contents burned into all the things in the oven. Oof. That's a sad time. Krakan, thanks for the 21 months. I think I still owe the chat a dad joke, actually. Got distracted. But Asili asked us for a dad joke. How much does the silent like coffee right now? A latte. Zavora TV, thanks for the prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. So we should be taking lots of combats, is how I see it. Beats are part of that. Upgrades are nice too. What about this path? Maybe take this event. We could go to a shop and remove right away. We do have enough money for a relic at that shop. We do. So if I want to buy the relic instead, we can do that. Okay, let's do this. There's that Chosen I was worried about. Let's see how turn 1 goes before I decide whether to artifact pot here. 35 health, huh? I don't think I need to use this here. In this fight. Feels like we win pretty easily from here. Just pen nib the flying knee. Yeah, we're good. No need to use that potion. Now we have a fire potion. That's definitely broadly useful. Another cloak and dagger is definitely getting added to this deck, even unupgraded here. Normally not a card I like that much, but again, with the kunai, it's obscene. We can either do calculated gamble and a remove, or I can buy oddly smooth stone or toolbox. I think gamble and remove is going to beat out the quality of a relic here. Just barely. I do like that oddly smooth stone, though. Starting with 1 dexterity is really nice. What % confident am I that this run will win from this position? I would say 90% at this time. There's still a lot of things that could happen, and Spire can always throw you a curveball. Ever consider co-streaming with YouTube? I've thought about it now that it's a possibility. Ultimately, I really don't like the idea of trying to manage 2 chat rooms, keep up with 2 sets of alerts. Feels like it takes away from the experience on both sides rather than adding to it. But I haven't actually tried it, so... Surprised I don't have an exclusive contract with Twitch. That was a thing previously, but that changed sometime in the last year. Most people you've seen just ignore the YouTube side of things. Okay, then what's the benefit? I guess I'm getting more views or whatever. It gives a new form of accessibility for people to find the channel. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I could see that making sense. I'm gonna take all fights here, by the way. The mega damage. ultra mega damage. Kill that bird nerd. Weaken this bird nerd. We'll do properly 17, so I can't actually kill either of them. Defend, defend, gamble then? Try to get more block? Try to get more block. Good. Quaint. Really hoping to get away with no damage there. Any plans to play Hades 2? We've already streamed quite a bit of it. I'm probably going to do some more later today as well. Ali Rise says, one thing I can pitch in here is that my internet is super bad, and there are often times where it can't load Twitch streams, but it can load YouTube ones. I guess YouTube as a platform is just more optimized or something. So it might make it easier to watch the stream for some. That's kind of interesting. We've had first... Wait, who's our Rack boss? Bronze Automaton. It's actually not a bad Eviscerate. I'll grab another Piercing Whale. Not a bad Eviscerate, though. Ooh. Think you can just attack me on turn one? Foolish. Oh. Did 81 damage on turn one. Almost got the Centurion. So close. Bye. Etc. Difference is buffering. So does that mean that the YouTube would just let you fall behind the live stream more easily? Don't think we want a third backstab. Interesting. Here's the list of current mods for you, Perry. The exclamation point mods command also has a link to all the mods we use for the channel, all of which are informational stuff, except for RNG Fix, which changes the random outcomes of the game so that I can't predict them, basically. Prevents me from metagaming, you could call it. But everything else is just to mark the map or show off numbers for informational reasons that you would otherwise be able to deduce. I think we're fine here. Go for the Guardian first. Good fire potion here, but it's not going to kill it, so whatever. I think I am going to use the Dexterity Potion here. Not the Fire Potion. Pick 1 instead of 5. Then this turn it might help me as well. Hopefully I can kill it. Let's see. That's not good. Gonna gamble, but it might get worse. Alright, now I guess I will use the fire potion. That would mean using both my potions here. I don't like that either. Actually, no, I can just Piercing Well. Because we've gotten through the artifact, actually. So never mind. Let's just go neutralize Whale. No need to potion. Don't panic. We have a block engine. It works. Just use it. Hello? Thinking I should have killed the sentry first. Just shy of being able to kill this, huh? Assault acrobatics. Let's see what we get. Piercing Well. Alright. Still no need to panic. Please die. Dang it. It won't die. It refuses to die. So do I, though. I'll take it. I'll take it. Excellent. All right, we've prevailed. Not even mad about how the fight went, so this is good. Let's take our sweet time here. I want to end with Pen Nib on 9. That means avoiding playing attacks until we draw back to Dagger Throw or Flying Knee, which will kill it in one hit here. That way we have Pen Nib for the elite fight, which is going to matter quite a bit. There we go. Totally worth it. We get a regen potion, great with the coffee dripper. We get a backflip plus or a Noxious Fumes. Holy crap. Is it my birthday? I'll take a backflip, because, you know, kunai and all that. Is it my birthday? I mean, it is pretty soon, actually. Coming up in a couple weeks here is my birthday. So maybe the Spire knows something about birthdays. Yeah, when it comes to correlated randomness, by the way, just to briefly touch on this, the explanation of exactly what is correlated randomness does not really even fit in a Twitch chat, nor does it fit into a quick stream soundbite either. I think others have explained it better than I can on the fly. But yeah, the gist of it is by observing random outcomes in the game, you can predict other random outcomes and therefore gain an in-game advantage. By using the RNG Fix mod, you prevent any of that from being possible. So playing with RNG Fix means the game is more true to roguelite form, I would say. Where you're not supposed to be able to know what's going to happen. You have to prepare for all possible outcomes. glad to see Gamble here. Do I just pen nib the backstab? Probably. Okay, let's do that, and then this, and then Gamble. Okay, no die. That's fine. Let's do this. Have the best damage output sometimes. This number's too big. Do a smaller number. That's better. I can pen nib the die. That's the secret here. Razor with the 13 months. Sub. Next fight should be another elite. Let's try to set Pennib back up as much as possible, which may involve full blocking the Gremlin leader a little bit here, hilariously. Fair enough. Okay, well, I can't actually do that. We could use the fire potion to get the pen nib. I think I'm just gonna kill. It's fine. Do that. Got a little bit punished there. Eviscerate with a plus, huh? It's a little bit tempting. So is all out attack with a plus. So is Sucker Punch with Paper Crane, quite frankly. They're all good. I don't know if I want any of them. It's weird. Feels like we do need a better attack here. So maybe I should be taking this Eviscerate. Let's take the Eviscerate. And then we want to upgrade Calculated Gamble next, I think. Ooh, a card remove. That's great. Thank you, Cleric. That helps make up for the curse we added for a Relic in Act 1. Let's lose another strike here. Pantograph. Yes. Heal 25 at the start of boss battles sounds awesome. We didn't even really need that healing, but we're certainly happy with it. Talk about a good turn one. Yeah, I don't think we need the Pendant for this fight, I'm going to be honest. Even if I'd failed to kill him, I would have full blocked. They're so tiny. Death. Well, this certainly was a pretty free fight. Get a Matryoshka. 2 relics out of the next 2 chests is a bit disappointing. Terror. Apply 99 vulnerable, making all of our physical attacks do 50% more damage. We definitely want terror here. How many innate cards until it makes me feel uncomfortable? I like to draw at least 4 real cards. So I want to be drawing at least 4 cards that are not the innate cards, usually. So I'd be okay with upgrading After Image here, for example. But anything more than that, I would start to be a little bit sad about, I think. At this point, it feels like elites are easier than hallways. I would be inclined to agree. Yeah, I think they are. I'm just going to drink this. It has no use. Or does it? Glad to hear it, Ramanoodle. I like to think we've built a delightfully awesome community here. Already got an unupgraded Cloak and Dagger. I don't know that I want a third one here without a free upgrade on it. I would take a Blade Dance, but I don't want another Cloak, I don't think. Let's start taking max health here with our brand new Singing Bowl. And I'll take one event here. It's the Apparitions event. We could lose half of our max health to gain 3 Apparitions. Don't like the Apparitions that much when I have a ton of healing. Don't like the Apparitions that much when I have a really good block engine. So I definitely don't like them here, because we have both of those things. Can't retain them either. $100. Don't even need to Piercing Wail. This has a plus. Predator plus. 20 damage plus draw 2. I do like that, actually. Yeah. Let's take that. Seems like a good pen nib card as well. Let's upgrade the other Cloak and Dagger here. Having 2 of these plus 4 energy per turn should mean Bronze Automaton is no threat to us here. In this fight, we can use the Piercing Wails early. They'll break through Artifact, or they will help with these multi-hits. And then we'll have, hopefully, Terror and good Dexterity scaling to get us through the later half of the fight here. Overall, this should go pretty well. I'm going to skip this Terror right now, though. We want to play it later. Yeah, Panagraph doing a whole lot there. That's right. It's doing its best, okay? You're going to steal my After Image or my Die. Those are not acceptable. Please don't do that. Take a little bit here. There's Eviscerate and Die. I can do Dagger Throw and Eviscerate if I want to. That would let me kill one, but then I wouldn't be playing the after image successfully. Oh well, I guess. Just let that go into the discard pile for now. Oh, I've made a terrible mistake, though, not playing either Piercing Wail. It's an issue. Seems like Silent is more relic dependent than the other characters. I think that's especially true of energy relics for the Silent. Silent is very energy relic dependent, in my opinion. Okay, Piercing Wail, and then Neutralize. I need the weaken here. This 58 damage coming next turn is too much damage. Now we're set up for Hyper Beam properly. Try 34. That's a much better number. Way more palatable. You die. Keep blocking. Backflip. Perfect block, by the way. I think Silent can do some really good stuff, but has a much more sort of methodical and defensive play style, especially without relic help, indeed. Relics are pretty important, it's true. It's true. This is fine, right? This is fine. Take a teensy little bit. And then this is much more reasonable. Let's kunai twice. Just keep scaling defensively. Then another Hyper Beam next turn. We'll do Predator, Gamble. Get rid of this. There's Neutralize again. 70. How about 42? No problem. Full block and then some. Definitely indicates that our damage is a bit lacking though, right? That we're getting to a second Hyper Beam. GG. Phantasmal Killer is back. I think it's pretty good, right? This scales all of our damage substantially, and now that we have Terror, it's even better. Yeah, just take a Phantasmal Killer, says Explosive Ash. I think I mostly agree. We could do more damage with 1,000 cuts, too, but I think Phantasmal is better. Ironclad is a build that's kind of just GG, Bottled Corruption with Dead Branch. Would I say other characters have a similar build? One of my favorite things to do in Slay the Spire is Defect, who has Bottled Heatsinks, Mummified Hand, and many copies of Storm. And you can just kill everything on turn 1 with that. Do I mind slightly off-topic questions? It depends on the nature of the topic. Other games and such are always welcome as a conversational topic. Personal topics I'll usually ignore or avoid discussion on. But if it's related to internet stuff or video game stuff, then it's welcome. If I was going to buy a poster of a Slay the Spire card, I think I would want Adrenaline. I really like the art of that. How do you deal with Broken Crown as a starting relic? Hope and Prayer is kind of your main strat. You'll need to get relics. So fighting elites with your additional energy, especially early, is good. And the elites give money, which is important. Money is your main method of having agency in a busted crown run. Buy cards from shops to make a coherent deck. And opportunistically pick up good cards that you see. You might not see any, is the tough part. But even if you're just buying cards, you can probably put together something that can at least survive with the additional energy output. Don't take ectoplasm with it. That's right. We get the pyramid? Is our day going to be made? It is. It is. Pyramid is exactly what this deck needed. I click that with no hesitation over any other relic. That's because this deck super duper wants Retain. Retain lets us activate Kunai more consistently. It lets us actually use the Phantasmal Killer along with the Pen Nib. Being able to retain to set up Phantasmal Killer Pen Nib is enormous. It lets us have the Piercing Whales on the right turn. Yeah, there's absolutely no question that we take the Runic Pyramid there. So, even with the Omamori, I don't even think about Calling Bell compared to Pyramid. Energy Relic or whatever the third option, I think it was Tiny House. I'm not taking Tiny House. Don't be crazy. Don't be crazy, Twitch chat. Does Pyramid make Blade Dance worse? A little bit. So we're kind of happy that we don't have any Blade Dances. We go Mind Bloom hunting? I'm thinking about it. Although I can only get 2 early events anyway. I think I'll take these 2 then. It's not really hunting for Mind Bloom. It's more like hoping for Mind Bloom. I want 3 elites. 2 shops ought to be sufficient. We get this shop and then the one in Act 4. That's good enough. We don't have that much money. And even if I get 999 gold, I think I could spend it all with 2 shops. So let's start here. And see how life goes against these jerks. Would I rate Tiny House if it gave an extra potion slot? That'd be pretty cool, actually. I like that. Certainly, I would like it a lot more if it did that. Kill this one. So nice being able to hold on to my block cards. So much more comfortable. Can set up super good Phantasmal Killer turns. Excellent. Don't mind me. Just doing 68 damage to all enemies. Deleted. Accuracy plus makes our Shivs do a lot more damage. Or Prepared plus for draw 2, discard 2. I'm not going to lie, I like this accuracy. Really like this accuracy. What card would be broken if it could be upgraded 2 times instead of 1? Uppercut would be pretty sweet. Seek? No, Seek. Wraith form also. Deke would be so busted. Eruption? Eruption, yeah. Actually eruption, right? Goes to 0 cost. Oh, that's so dumb. Oh, that's too dumb. Meditate would be another good one, too. Is calculated gamble ever not good? It's pretty much always good. I think there are times where it might not be, but you have to really look for them. Yeah, 10 damage per ship is so much better. Huh. Do we take another one? I guess? I guess. Yeah, why not? Definitely want another blade dance now. Or a blade dance now. I have pen nib set up. These are not elites, so preserved insect won't work, but I'm not afraid of these. Yeah, 2 floors and we solved our late game damage, no problem. It's not like we're afraid of the awakened one, right? We have kunai, so the awakened one just loses to us. Awakened one is not scary. I'm gonna fire potion you. These guys are scary, and so are the burns. Maybe wanted to hold that neutralize, actually. Oh well. We should be able to use our turn to get set up here. Oh. In about 7, we just win. Fine. We get tons of money. Look at that. 54 plus 14. It's 68 gold. That's a lot of gold. We get a bird-faced urn healing us 2 per power we play. And we're offered a deflect, which is very good with Runic Pyramid Kunai. I'm just going to take that. Zero cost block is always welcome. Do it this way. Keep that neutralized for the moment. Keep holding extra cards. Doing more damage than necessary per turn to transient does not help us here. We just want to do enough damage that transient's damage becomes effectively 0 and then stop. Okay, neutralize time. I think it's Phantasmal Killer time as well. Phantasmal Killer Pendib time, that is. We can even re-Phantasmal if we want to. 102 damage, by the way. Holy crap. All enemies. Let me just eviscerate here. Eviscerate does 81 damage on its own. Better pen nib to 7. That's not too bad. Sneaky strike. Not the worst card. I think unnecessary, though. We mainly just want some more shivs to get damage. I'll take this Dex Potion. That could be good to get ahead of Beat of Death in the heart fight, or get the jump on Time Eater if we're too slow in that fight. Tithing Mass is not 999 gold, unfortunately, but it is a card reward, so that's kind of cool. Yeah. Caca. This enemy changes their attack intent each time we damage them with an attack. I like to view that as being able to control what the enemy does. Pretty good. This is fine, right? We're only getting a maximum of one more curse anyway. Let's just let this happen and let the Omamori stop it. Seems fine to me. So none of your attacks can hurt me then. That's fine. Can you get more than one curse from the spaghetti monster? No. Only limit of one curse attempt per fight. Or one use of the implant move per fight. Maybe a more accurate way to say it. Regardless of whether Omamori stops it or not. We're also past the point where 999 gold can be offered to us. There's one more event here, but it won't be a 999 gold because it's after floor 41. I think is the threshold. Blade Dance. Ignore the upgraded cards to the left and right of it. The card we want is right here in the middle. Add 3 shivs to our hand. We might even prefer that it is unupgraded because that way it's less of a hand clog issue when we play it. We're going to upgrade our Phantasmal for sure. Make that 0 cost. What's the highest number of curses in a deck? 1 in A20. I think my personal best is somewhere around 5. But other players have done way more than that. Way more than that. Huh? Alright, I'll use the Flex Pot. Although it's so much stronger next turn. No, it saves me a lot of damage this turn. And then I hold on to these for next turn. That is still weird. It's still weird. Let's see. So this does 51 to Repto. These do 33 to Repto. This does 30 to Repto. Math time. $66 plus 30 plus 51. 147. But I can play the strike afterward. Okay, we're good. We good. Could have played accuracy instead also. Although that would have Pen Nib on 8. Boot thingy, giving us 14 block on turn 2. Love that. If we want more damage for the end game, Caltrops is here for hearts. I do like having a little bit more help against hearts, and this card is very good at that. Let's take that. It even heals us for 2, so it's got some short-term uses also. So I think the devs always intended to have the player fight the heart. I think they always intended there to be a way for you to slay the spire in a proper way. Act 3 boss ending has always, to me, felt like an intentional sort of to be continued. Even, before the heart was added, every run ended in victory with a question mark, is what the screen at the end says. But then you beat the heart, you get victory with an exclamation point. It's, you did it for real. So I think they've always intended that there be something beyond just the Act 3 bosses. A final conclusion to the fight. To the spire. But I think there's more than one interpretation there that could be valid as well. I prefer to draw terror before I play the Phantasmal. Terror, where are you? Not here. Alright, play this, discard. There it is. Play this too. Flaviola, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 4 months of support. The Shiv does 72 damage. That's a lot of damage. Distraction Plus, almost not bad. If I didn't have Singing Bowl, I might be more tempted to take it, but just taking more max health seems completely fine. Courier, if only we'd gotten 999 gold. Oh well, we do have a lot of money. Let's take the Sapphire Key, though. I cannot take the White Beast statue. Wait, I could have taken the White Beast statue. No! We get Blood Vial and War Paint instead. What we do get is full Matryoshka value. That's great. My Blade Dance! No! I should have taken the freaking... Should have taken the White Beast statue. Not my Blade Dance. The duality of the Spire. How dare you? Ah. Nice try, nerd. With your big numbers. Enjoy your small numbers instead. That's what I thought. By the way, 80 damage. We get a potion belt for more potion slots. Love to see that for the late game. Yeah, why is the Blade Dance upgrade bad? I usually don't have space in hand for 4 shivs, so it in practice often means just add 1 shiv to your discard pile. Although I think we have enough energy, we can usually get actually the full shivs. Major Foley, thanks for 7 months. To do a Pommel Strike Infinite, do you need to have 2? Yes, you do need to have 2. The reason for this is quite simple. When you play a card in Slay the Spire, the card resolves its effects and then goes to the discard pile after resolving the effects. So while a card is being resolved, it's not in the draw pile or the discard pile or your hand. It's being played, I guess you could call it. It's being elevated in the middle of the screen, and it's not in any of your other piles. So you cannot have a card draw itself for this reason, because it's not in the discard pile to be drawn yet. So you cannot have 1 Pommel Strike plus play it and then end up drawing it immediately because it will not go to the discard pile until after you've drawn the 2 cards. You need a second Pommel Strike. You can have a card draw itself, however, if you have the card activate an effect, and then the effect draws a card after the card is finished resolving. And a good example of this is Dark Embrace with something like True Grit. True Grit exhausts a card, goes to the discard pile, then Dark Embrace draws one, and that one can be the True Grit you just played. Can you make a card redraw itself with Echo Form? Yes, for the same reason. First card resolves, goes to the discard pile, then card gets duplicated. When you duplicate a card, you play a second distinct fake copy of it. It's not a real card, but it's getting played. Duplications are weird in this game. And that would allow you to draw the original card, because now it's in the discard pile. Good question there. We can actually use this finale, by the way. I don't think we need it, but we can use it. Infinite Blades is cute, but unnecessary. I really like Frozen Eye. Show us the draw pile in order. That's great. I'll take +1 strength. That's pretty good. I'll take a striker move. That's really good. I want a tactician. Not really, but it's actually not bad. We definitely get energy from that pretty often. Lantern is not too bad either. More energy on turn 1. What about the Cultist Potion? 1 strength per turn. That would definitely make the heart a bit easier. Although, I don't think we need it, quite frankly. I think I'd rather buy other potions in the next shop. Question is, do I buy this Tactician? Got a lot of ways to discard it. Really good with Gamble. Really good with Gamble. I'll take the Tactician, sure. I'm not going to take a 3rd Piercing Whale. I don't think we need to buy that. Alright, yeah, stinky nerds, time for bed. Easy peasy. $27 damage flying knee. Pretty spicy. Get a Thorns Potion. Okay, I'm not worried about heart anymore. We have very good potions for the end game. Could take a Tools of the Trade to draw 1 and discard 1 each turn. That's fairly whatever. I don't mind another Deflect, though. Deflect seems good. Let's take 1 more Deflect. 1 more 0-cost block card. Alright, Giant Head shouldn't be too much of a problem. Scaling the kunai. One. Hey, Terror's here just in time. Good to hear it. Tachanko, except I need to block better. Not that much better. Let's do that. 105 plus 28. Take 4 here. Easy enough to heal that. Through a variety of means. We get a shuriken. Okay, well, that's definitely things in the bag now. We have so many relics. Now we gain strength as well as dexterity. Dodge and roll is a very good block card with a plus on it. Sure. And we recall. All right, seems like things are very secure as we go into the end game here. I have no fear of the Awakened One, really, whatsoever. Life's good. Keep this for Kunai next turn. Kunai Shuriken stuff. We can Piercing Wail once if we want to. That's just reasonable. Aww. Just seems normal. Alright, I'll Terror now, as we can play the accuracies in Phase 2. $126 damage Eviscerate. Stats go up. Ravaroo, thanks for 29 months. Why couldn't the Defect refund their game? There was a Steam barrier. Very good. No refunds. Blorp. Can play powers now without further angering the bird. So that's what I'll do. What's the easiest way to get the boss kill on the turn 1 achievement? I recommend Watcher. And your best targets are going to be either Slime Boss in Act 1 or the Awakened One in Act 3, this one. You only need to kill the first phase of Awakened One on turn 1 to get credit for the kill. So 320 damage in 1 turn. Your best bets are Watcher for the character. You either want to just do a ton of burst damage on turn 1, a big attack card like Ragnarok, paired with potions, Strength Potion, Flex Potion, Fear Potion, Ambrosia, Stance Potion, some combination of those. Should be enough damage to kill Slime Boss turn 1. If you cannot get the turn 1 burst to work, then I recommend an infinite combo. Create a deck that has very few cards that can loop its draw cards. Really simple way to do this is Eruption, Rushdown, Vigilance on Silent with the Violet Lotus boss relic. And then just play Eruption, Vigilance over and over again. And by doing that, you can get a turn 1 kill very easily. Or, sorry, not Silence. Watcher. Watcher with Eruption, Vigilance, Rushdown, Violet Lotus. There we go. playing silent while trying to talk about Watchers, so my words are a bit mixed there. My bad. My bad. Okay, double defend, that's fine. Gotta counter cards carefully against Time Eater. Every time we play 12 cards, Time Eater will end the turn and gain strength. Which is a little bit annoying. But as long as we carefully count our cards, we should usually be able to outscale the Time Eater here. I'm going to gamble. We need to get our Weaken. All right. Oh boy. Did not find the Neutralize. I think that's our only real weakness in this deck at the moment, is the lack of better weakness consistently. Good shock, though. Emitters fallen below half health, so they'll remove their debuffs and restore their health on this turn. Use the opportunity to get a few more cards played. No Piercing Wail to reset strength, but that's fine. We have enough strength and dex of our own. I think we'll be just fine. I need to find the weakness. Hello, Neutralize. Are you there? Come on. Don't be doing this to me today. Oh, dear. Why, Frozen Eye. That's right. I forgot about that. Well, I know exactly where it is then. Good. Good. So I can Dagger Throw and Dagger Throw Eviscerate if I want to. Well, I think we'd rather do that next turn. Okay, good talk. Yeah, I definitely forgot about the Frozen Eye, I'm going to be honest. That's really handy knowledge. Didn't know you were allowed to know about your own cards like that. Tough turn, tough turn. Not so bad now. By Eviscerate Blade Dance, I think we just win, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, we do. Okay, good fight. We are on to Act 4 here. All our relics are going to restore us to full health, more or less. And we deal 2498 damage. A very, very good score as we go into Act 4. A very powerful run. We've got almost a full bar of relics here. We have lots of money. Well, a decent amount of money for the final shop here. And I'm going to upgrade these Caltrops just so we have maximum anti-heart damage as we go into the end game here. Apotheosis is here. Speed Potion, Colorless Potion are here. Apotheosis upgrades all our block cards and the Tactician. That's not bad. Wouldn't call it amazing, though. It's mostly just a block upgrade. Let's see what's behind. I guess we'll do Speed Potion first. An Energy Potion behind it. That's fine. Am I unhappy about a block upgrade here? Not really. Unhappy, no. I'd be okay with it. Is it better to remove a strike, perhaps? It might be, is the thing. But yes, it is kind of like a Footwork Plus that costs 2. I don't like that it costs 2. But I do like that it makes Terror free, and it also improves Tactician, so it doesn't actually cost 2. That is pretty good. Let's take an Epo. I'll do it. Blind is here. No, I wanted Blind. Take back everything. Oh well. Upwards and onwards. Upwards and onwards. I think I'm going to try to kill the shield first here. Turn back around this way. I stay facing this way, though. Alright, what are we actually drawing into? Great question. Acrobatics draws into Apotheosis here. But then I only have 1 energy left if I play it, so that seems kind of bad. I'm going to do Dagger Throw, Cloak and Dagger, get Dexterity, then Backflip. This is also a decent turn to consider using a potion. Because I don't think we fully block, although we do have Panagraph, actually, so taking up to 25 damage in this fight is fine. For that reason, I'm not going to use any potions yet. But why are they so small? Great question. Okay, now we can Apotheosis. I'm going to Terror you so that I can neutralize you. Bring that 38 down to a 22. Then dish out some damage. And then next turn I have Piercing Wails. Life is good, I think. Life seems pretty good. Okay, get rid of this nerd. Yell at this nerd. And block. Escape plan's okay. With lots of dexterity. I might just take two more hit points, though. Just take 2 hit points. No, wait, you have Frozen Eye, right? No, it's not might. It's just really good. Okay, yeah. Frozen Eye, definitely take it. Whetstone not doing much with Apotheosis. That's fine. We get healed to full at the start of the hard fight. Here we go. Chug the Dex Pot. Chug the Liquid Bronze. Look at the draw pile. We could wait for Apotheosis with the Power Potion. Looks like we should just play it right away, though. Let's just drink the Power Potion. No use for well-laid plans. What about Tools of the Trade? Not really. Per image, though, that's good. One more block per card. We'll take it. Get to Pendib the Predator on turn 1 for big damage. It's pretty sweet. Don't really want this Phantasmal in my hand. Not playing it. Early Caltrops is good, by the way. Happy with that turn 1. We get 14 block here. 67 damage incoming. Sure is a big number you've got there. Sure would be a shame if something were to happen to it. $40. 40 is a much smaller number. Now I will dance the blades on your face. What do I do that next turn? Does more damage next turn? I think we'll just play it now. Sure, we take some damage, but what's a little damage between friends? I mean, really. Let's keep these piercing mails around. So we do 8 times 15 back. 120 damage. Very strong. Terror gets drawn just in time. Do accuracy, accuracy. I think I play this too. And we're set up for a really good turn next turn. Although these piercing whales will not work. So if I gamble, currently I draw 8. Here. We're not getting that neutralize anytime soon, looks like. It's fine, we can just block normally. Seems fine to me. Phantasmal Killer Predator next turn does enormous damage. Finishes camping the heart here. More or less. And it dies next turn from the looks of things. GG, I say. Save me, Speed Potion. GG. With a 66 damage Shiv. What a run.
If you enjoyed that video, watch this one next. And don't forget to follow on Twitch to watch the content live. Click the link in the description below.